And we apologize in advance. We're keeping track of Corinne's queue time in Final Fantasy. It's been, I don't know, a 3-hour wait so far for you.
I don't know what any of that means, but I'll take it as a good thing. It's that time again. Time for the all-new Culture Cast, which begins right now. Welcome back, everyone, to the all-new Culture Cast. I'm Nick, and with me tonight, I guess anytime we've tried doing other people introduce themselves is a horrific failure. But we got Cuz and Mike and Corinne.
Hello.
Hi.
And get your sloppy steaks ready, because tonight we're talking about I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. I don't know how popular it actually is, but it definitely leaves its mark. It's the sketch comedy series on Netflix that's been on since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not know the show existed until Mike. I noticed on Facebook you posted about 1,000 memes of it.
Well, 1,000, that's being polite. It's probably a little more than that.
Within the last, I don't know when it started, August, September, when that started going down. And I'm like, what is he doing? And
most of my friends probably have the same reaction to. A lot of them haven't seen it either, I don't think.
It's true. It's one of those where I have, I'd say, of my solid singing group friends, and let's say I work with about 50 women year round in different gigs, I'd say 4 watch the show. However, all 4 are as obsessed with as I am with it. Like, you're not like kind of into it. Like, everybody is really into it. Who's into it? You're really, really in it, or you just have never seen it. It's one or the other. It's like the cocaine or something. Like, it's you really like it, or or you've never heard of it and you don't really care for it, or you watched one episode and didn't get it.
It's like a T-shirt at Dan Flash's with very complicated patterns.
Very complicated.
It's like,
and sometimes you might get thrown down the stairs.
It's like if Taffy Lee Fubbins does not win Baby of the Year, I will kill myself on live TV.
Stop saying that.
I hope you fucking die, Harley Jarvis.
God. See this, but jumping off your point, it's a real ride or die show, and I will definitely ride and or die for I Think You Should Leave. And Netflix has the money. They're no longer making a Cowboy Bebop season, how many they're planning. So use that extra funds and give Tim Robinson all the cash that he needs to make as many sketches as he wants.
Yes, all of them, and have lots of Bob Odenkirk, Tim Heidecker, and try and get Sam Richardson in as much as possible. So we first got into this because we were, I had seen randomly, it was suggested for me on Netflix, and I watched it, thought it was kind of crazy. Did not get into it at first. It's one of those where you sort of watch it and you're like, what? That was weird. And then you watch it again, and then you're really, really, the more you get it, the more you're like, it's like snowballs, it just gets bigger and bigger. And then we watched it together, and then we're obsessed. Mm-hmm. And after that, we started watching Detroiters, which is Sam Richardson and
Tim Robinson.
I always want to get their last names mixed up. And that is just phenomenal. That was before the show, and that was before I Think You Should Leave, and it was really kind of fun seeing where they like started together on this. And you do see a lot of like similarities. Like, they're both from the Detroit area, so you can see like the Motown background, the music that they use and stuff like that, which I think is kind of clever. And the guy who plays Tim Robinson's wife is in a couple sketches from I Think You Should Leave from Detroiters. Sorry, his wife from Detroiters is in a couple sketches from it. So that's kind of a fun like origin story, if you will. If you're really into If You Think You Should Leave, I suggest going back and watching Detroiters, which is very funny. It's about these 2 really cheap, not great ad men from the Detroit area who make really, really cheap, terrible commercials.
Like cheap local
like
commercials,
local garbage commercials, like starring like local athletes and things like that. And
like Eagle Man used to be back
yes,
in the day.
Exactly.
It's very clever and cute. It's very funny.
I don't know I don't know if you can see it for free, but it's only 2 seasons. You can get it on Amazon Prime. It's definitely it's worth it.
Yeah,
You have to purchase it on Amazon Prime, or is
Yeah.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that was a really good one, and that was produced by I think Lorne Michaels had a part in that one,
Mhm.
which makes sense. 'Cause it was really good. I think originally Tim Robinson was a cast member, probably a writer from SNL, but it didn't last very long, I don't think. And I don't even remember him on it. I don't think he was very featured. I don't think it was a good fit for him. But he still works with Lorne Michaels a lot. Lorne Michaels is in a lot of his stuff, so I think that I think he made a good impression, I'm guessing, and they still work together relatively well. And Lorne just found other things for him, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it looks like I'm on his Wikipedia page, the source of all truth, and looks like he was on SNL from 2012 to 2014, so just 2 years. Which, given the number of people who work on SNL, 2 years is a long time for a lot of them. But he was a cast member and a writer. But yeah, it looks like he did a lot of things after that, though. I don't know how much Lorne Michaels is connected, but yeah. But also appears that he made good connections with the cast of SNL because Andy Samberg is a producer of I Think You Should Leave, as well as the I Think You Should Leave has many cameos from other SNL folks, including Vanessa Bayer and Cecily Strong and the aforementioned Andy Samberg and probably a few others I'm missing, but
Yeah, that's definitely more in the first season. The second season doesn't feature. I think the only biggest cameo in season 2, if I remember, is Bob Odenkirk pops up in I don't know what the name of the sketch is called, but I'm sure it's probably like Ice Cream Shop or something.
Triples.
Yes. Triples. Triples is
That's
safe.
Remember, if that's not true, then none of what I said was true.
Exactly. And me and your dad are the same age. And I don't live in a motel.
You know, it's weird, and maybe it's too early to talk about this element, but this show, like, I love comedy that's weird for the sake of being weird, and this show definitely falls into it. It reminds me in some ways, given how we mentioned Bob Odenkirk, to Mr. Show. Did you ever watch
Absolutely.
Mr. Show?
Oh yeah.
That was before my time.
If you could find it, I don't. Well, I guess it'd probably be on HBO Max or HBO because it was an HBO series. But very, very funny skit show that really pushes the limit of certain things. And this series has a similar in nature to that.
Yeah, I think I just enjoy those sketch shows in general. That is a really great one. I don't know if I've ever mentioned before this one called that kind of I'd seen recommended to me from this that was similar to I Think You Should Leave. That's also on Netflix called Auntie Donna's House of Fun. I think it's called. I'll look it up. It's Australian guys, and they're a comedy troupe called Auntie Donna, and it's or maybe just Aunt Donna. Well, maybe Auntie Donna. Whatever. I'm gonna find them. They're an absolute delight, and it's very, very similar. And I kind of went there from there, and it just made me really want to get a little more into this really very quirky sketch comedy. Not just sketch comedy, because I mean, if I'm not gonna sit around watching What's My Line or whatever, but I mean like this kind of sketch comedy like is just so well done and so great. Auntie Donna's Big Old House of Fun. There's these 3 Australian comedians, and it's actually very similar to this. I Think You Should Leave. And I've seen people kind of talk about it from Netflix, like I saw this and then I went to go see that, or talk about it on Facebook, and it's pretty good spot on. Like because there's not much like after you're done with. We watched I Think You Should Leave today, the entirety of both seasons in maybe 3 hours. Like you can run, it's so fast, and it's just very easy to kind of be like, why can't I find something like this? I always find myself wanting something more that's similar to it.
That's the one thing I really like about I Think You Should Leave is that the episodes don't overstay their welcome. They're like 15 to 16 minutes long, and then that's it. I feel a lot of shows, maybe some sketch shows, they feel we need to fill time, so they'll either put a sketch in that's just kind of like just to fill it, fill time, or they'll like drag out a sketch, which I think You Should Leave is guilty of that in some ways, but not nearly as much as like other shows. As much as I like Saturday Night Live, sometimes their sketches can be like, ugh, this should have been on the cutting room floor. But
That's the other thing I like about I Think You Should Leave. There's a bunch of sketches where at the end they'll just say, cut it, this is junk, let's just go. Let's just cut it.
The game show with that chunky character. I adore that.
That's a chunky.
I know, because I think Andy Samberg is one of the producers, so I love seeing him on the show, which is great.
I mean, he had the whole summer to think.
Summer to figure this out. What do? Your mouth doesn't move.
Stop trying to hit him.
Don't break his laptop. I will say that besides all the sketches from I Think You Should Leave are extremely stupid, but they're like that's really smart, because you get in the few even though the joke, again, a skit maybe only like 2 or 3 minutes, they manage to fill it with so many details that you can kind of figure out like how everything got to this point that we're seeing now. Like the sketch that really got me into I Think You Should Leave, I found it on YouTube, was Coffin Flop.
Yes.
I died laughing. It was I was laughing so hard at just watching body after body busting out shit wood hidden pavement.
I think
watching, you hear little details again, where it's like everything he's bringing up are probably like complaints that they cited at this dinner, and so he's like, there people are saying you must have rigged something. And he's just responding to all these complaints that they probably had at this fictional dinner when they said we're going to drop Corn Cob TV. It's very well written. It's so well written and just so smart, and how every joke is layered. And I do appreciate there's no continuity or anything like that, but I do appreciate that when they do have the few bits where sometimes it's in the same episode, sometimes it's maybe like an episode or two later, where
do like a callback.
The season 2 opener, you have the guy who's really upset that he's missing lunch.
I don't think you could do that.
And so trying to sneak the hot dog in his sleeve, ends up choking on it, fighting like a wild animal, throws up in someone's bag. And it makes it seem like it's everybody else's problem that they got into this situation. And then I think 2 or 3 episodes later, there's an infomercial. The same guy I was fired for an embarrassing thing. He's selling the vacuum that specifically sucks hot dogs out of that are stuck in throats.
Yes. And also he can't talk about it without crying.
Yeah.
There was another one in the first season where it starts as a sketch, where it starts as a commercial, and then it moves into a totally different sketch, and then 3 minutes later reverts back to this commercial as if it had never gone into a totally different sketch, where it's supposed to be this commercial for a laser back surgery.
Yeah, the back
it's
surgery.
Hilarious. And then at the end, he's like, now that I had this back surgery, I can confront this guy who tried to tell me I was a singer. And he goes and yells at this fake guy, this guy who works at a mall and tries to tell people that they're going to be rock stars and that they should spend money to make these records or whatever. And then he gets this long ass speech, him and this other guy being like, where's my money and why it was never played on the radio? You said I'd be on the radio. And then at the very end, it's goes back to call now for the laser spine thing. It had gone on for several minutes. And then be oh yeah, by the way, this is all part of the commercial. It was so ridiculous and just so well done, and it's so funny. God, I just love that. I completely forgotten that this was apparently a commercial and still part of it. Just great.
Yeah, and I think another one of my favorites was in season 1. It's the commercial where you see this guy. He looks like he's in a lawyer's office, so you assume he's a lawyer. And he's talking about, have you ever had this issue where you have these plumbers come in and completely wreck your toilet and whatnot? And then at the end of it, you realize, oh, wait, no, he's not a lawyer. He's just asking for somebody if they've had this experience, to call him so they can tell him what to do about it.
Oh my gosh. I think my favorite one of this last season, which was so absurd and just so like, how did they even come up with this? Like, I would just love to know what the process is in the writing room, because it's just like idea upon idea upon idea. And then like, let's take this and go here and this other route. Was this one where it's supposed to be a driving school for like, I'm guessing like in class, like
Tables.
high schoolers?
Her job
Mhm.
is tables.
But for some like, and you'd have to watch these stupid movies, you know, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is a dated movie. Come on, but it's okay. Just pay attention." But like, it's not even that it's dated. It's just that it's got this super obscure story, and the woman keeps swearing nonstop in it, even though it's an instructional video.
Why is there swearing?
And it's got this really ridiculous story that she apparently rents out tables, but only to horror people at Comic-Con.
Oh my God, it makes sense now.
It's so dumb. But they only give you a little piece of information in each clip so that the kids like cannot pay attention to all of whatever the danger of driving is supposed to be. They're all just like, wait, what? What does she do?
But let's be
What's
honest.
happening?
But let's be honest. She really shouldn't have yelled at Eddie Munster.
He didn't yell at Eddie Munster. I've seen this dozens of times.
No,
It was just such like every time I watch that, I'm like, where did they come up with the idea to have such a stupid like movie that they'd be watching? And I love that you watch it and you can tell that these kids weren't totally sure where this video was going to be going, because they keep laughing every now and again when he yells at them and is like, "There's not swearing. Shh, stop talking," and everything, and they keep laughing.
I think that they had that one posted on YouTube. I think what the comments said, the most realistic part of this whole sketch is when the teacher goes, "Boy, powerful stuff."
Yes, exactly. It's like, whoa.
It's intense.
What's he put? Powerful stuff. It's like, were you watching this? Yeah.
Don't know.
And also, another sketch we really liked was in season 1 with Tim Heidecker, the
Oh.
really rude guest. Unfortunately, we kind of know somebody who's really
God.
like that. So it's like it's a dead ringer.
Yes. I
Which one
adore
was the
Tim
really
Heidecker
rude guest?
thing from both of them.
It's the one where they're playing that
Playing
game.
like a celebrity type game or like.
Oh, and he tries to be like the Blues Brother.
But like
No. That this is the one where they're playing. Yeah, it's like
a
charades or
celebrity
something.
game, and all he will submit as his like suggestions are these really random jazz musicians. I mean, I don't even know that they're real. They're that random, because I took jazz in college and I was like, I've never heard of any of these people. I've never heard of the Tuk Tuk
But what
Sound.
about the Colgate Hour?
Any of that is all bullshit. That apparently is real. I looked it up on IMDb. There was a Colgate Comedy Hour. But I've never heard of any of these people, and he like puts them in as celebrities.
And then he's just very insulting
super
too. He's like,
insulting.
"Oh yeah, your record collection's very meat and potatoes." Oh, thank you. No, it just means it's very basic.
And he's like, I saw you have gazpacho soup. Can I have some gazpacho soup? And he brought some walnuts, but they weren't even cracked. Where's your nutcracker? I think it's with our Christmas stuff in the attic. Well, that won't take you long to find. He's just a total asshole. So great.
He's like, "What's wrong? It's room temperature."
Yeah, he's like, oh, it burned my mouth.
Let
You're
me tell you
expecting
something.
Let me explain something to you. Expecting something to be cold, and it's room temperature. It burns. At the end, the woman's like, "You really embarrassed me in front of my boyfriend." Yeah, I kind of like that. Both times he's been on, it's been pretty great. I think they need to keep bringing Tim Heidecker on.
Mm-hmm.
He's just plays such an insufferable character.
Was
He's
Tim
so-
Heidecker also the one who was in the they're in like the sci-fi restaurant?
Yes.
He's got like the long hair.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"You
yeah.
can give us this for free because you spilled it on her dress. If not, I'm gonna lie and say that there was like hair in my food or something."
Legos.
Lego in my food.
And it's worked before.
No, he's like, when your old man is being put in the electric chair and he yells at you, "Never let the party die!"
Does that sound boring to you?
And like,
Sorry,
like,
folks. It's just this whole episode is just gonna be us quoting from the show.
Hey, I'm
I
really
hope
sorry.
everyone's
He's like,
seen it and
"Oh,
heard it.
we're yelling at the puppet, not you."
Yeah, some of the bits I feel that Tim Robinson relies a little too much on screaming, where
That's
like
fair.
the joke's just like him um uh just just screaming too much, and it just kind of wears thin. Like the bit where, and I like parts of this where he's like, well, I was a real was it asshole, or like we thought the baby
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I
He-
was
He was a real piece of shit. The slick back hair,
It's like,
and the sloppy face.
but your hair is slicked back. Do you call this slicked? This is pushed back.
That
Like-
I will say, Nick, that bit I could probably quote verbatim, like start to finish.
Yeah.
See that?
I mean, maybe that's not the best example, but I know there are times where he just like screams and screams, and like this isn't funny so much if it's just repeating him screaming, but like the bit can be good, but like it's overtaken with him like his screaming in place of a joke. But
I respectfully disagree. I think the screaming makes it's like it's the Invader Zim rule of comedy. Just like sometimes a scream or just very loud, just not what you expect can make it funny. Oh, there's a cat. Like I think the best example, or I think a probably example that kind of sort of can used as an argument for both our viewpoints, I would say, is the bit where like the guy's trying to pull out of a parking lot.
I was just thinking,
And Robinson and me, the guy yells at him, just going, "Come on, man! Don't you know how to fucking drive?" He just looks at him very sad, just goes, "No, I don't."
I don't know how any of this works.
Fucking scared. He like the horn, and he's like freaking out. And the way he just says, "I don't know that, do I?"
Mm-hmm.
And the face he makes of just this like, because he's such a dopey looking dude too,
Yeah.
like Tim just look like he is funny, but he's also kind of funny looking at the same time. I'm just gonna say it.
I
He
just
just
want to
makes
tell
it-
you something. You yelled at me.
Yeah, I really hope if I've understood anything from this show that when and if season 3 comes out in like a year, there is a follow-up bit where with that guy at an interview and Tim Robinson is there.
Oh yes, absolutely.
If there is not, I'm going to be so sad.
They have to do that. And they're smart enough. I think they would.
Yeah. No, but seriously, Netflix, where is season 3? We need an announcement. Season 3 is coming. I need to be reassured that there are still good things, that we could do great things as a species.
well, there was
Robinson is doing outside of the show now, because do you remember he like ever since the show started, what else does he do? Because I don't know how unless the show really takes up all that time, which I don't know, but it does.
it looks like he has looking at different things on IMDb, not IMDb,
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. It looks like he's been doing guest bits on a variety of different things. He played Brett Kavanaugh doing a voice on the show Our Cartoon President.
Oh
He
jeez.
did a voice on Star Trek Lower Decks. He was in 4 episodes of something called Big City Greens. No idea what that is. Looks like he does a lot of voice roles. So, I don't know.
Like I said, again, he's got the way he inflects and the way he enunciates different words and phrases. I think with the dialogue on its own is very funny, but I think the way that he delivers it also helps sell it.
Mhm.
Like I just like the bit. This is the season 2 bit where he's the wrangler for a stable of stars. And he brings the
Yes.
cheap giant Carson impersonator that is allowed to hit.
With
It's
that
a
price,
perk.
yes.
It's that
Like there's no
Stable
reason
of
why
stars.
he is allowed to hit people. And him screaming, he can, like as if it's supposed to explain why this guy is hit. slapping everybody at this party.
Mm-hmm. He's also very disappointed that there's no cute restaurants around the house.
That's like such a backhanded compliment.
Like a flatbed trailer just full of these, these aging impersonators. I will say this. This is a quick aside, but that whole bit did make me look up, and you can hire a wide variety of actual impersonators to show up at your whatever event you want.
Oh,
A lot of Michael Jacksons. I found one that was there are two that I'm almost considering just for if I ever had like an unlimited amount of money. An Andrew Cuomo impersonator, which I think would be interesting given the current political climate. And I think there was a Billy D. Williams one. I wouldn't mind Billy D. Williams showing up at a party.
Just make sure you read the fine print.
Yeah, make sure they make sure I'm getting the ones that are not allowed to hit.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't take the free George Kennedy. Not worth it.
George Kennedy cannot hit.
So, just so you know, I have 2 kids. I do not plan on having any more. I know you guys are childless, everyone else on this podcast, but if you ever have children and you have a baby shower, make sure you have fedoras and plastic meatballs.
They're Stanos. They're really nice.
As your baby shower gifts.
Again, I like that the details evolve of like what happened in these people's lives before we see them in this bit. Him trying to make a failed mob movie or something. That's why he's got that stupid amount of like Stanos.
They smell terrible. These smell like shit.
And they have to buy how many? Because otherwise it doesn't.
It's just not. It has to be quality on my end, or it's just not worth it.
Like they sell boxes of 100.
I like a lot of the little asides that they have in these bits. Like going back to the one where he thinks the baby is judging him, and how he was saying about like how they used to have like sloppy steaks at. Which is so stupid. It's so dumb.
And you know, because of this show, there are people who probably tried to have steak with water splashed on it.
But like he's talking about how they used to go to this bar, and then as like an aside that no one asked for, he just turns to a random person and says, "The bar doesn't exist anymore." He moved whatever happened to it, and then just went right back to the.
Nick, if I may. Blue Dolphin burned down. It's gone now. John Ravani works with his brother.
I love that you know that much. It works for his brother.
It's like just such a stupid aside. Like no one.
Like why even throw that in?
I will say, I wish I was still in college when this show, while the show first came out, because definitely half my group text would be called Dangerous Nights Crew.
This is the definition of a college show. Like you'd have like college kids in their dorm room getting drunk to watching this show. And probably not appreciating it as they could at that age, but who knows?
I definitely for Halloween would have dressed up as the guy with the stupid long hat and the dice in his pocket. The hat with the flaps. He tried to roll it down his arm like Fred Astaire.
I like it. He realizes that the whole deposition's about him. It's like, what the fuck?
Don't do the voice.
I will. Or what was I say?
Oh my God!
What my scale is for judging if a comedy's good or not.
The what's that?
I can't remember if I brought it up on the show previously, but I will say
the Charlie method. The Cuz method. You have mentioned this before about how you judge a comedy. I remember, but bring it up again.
For a refresher to those just tuning in for the first time, the Cuz method of comedy, or CCC, But
You mean CMC?
Can I quote this out of context and still laugh? And I will say is both Megan and I have quoted the show just to each other when we're just in our day-to-day normal lives, and it makes us laugh each and every time. Like, definitely, I will say, going back to the I used to be a piece of shit sketch. Like, Meredith's mom asked him, "Did you used to be a piece of shit?" And he goes, "Oh yeah." Me and Megan say that to each other all the time when it's like, "Did you do the dishes?" "Oh yeah."
Yeah, I think the one we quote a lot, or at least I do, is "Life's a funny fucking thing."
Life's a funny fucking thing. From the Claire's ear piercing video.
This is baby stuff. I know this stuff already.
It's a jib jab. That's not bad.
Sometimes I'll just spend 10 minutes and start laughing to myself. That way, when I'm dying, I'll look back at moments where I'm just laughing.
That is the absolute brilliance of that last bit. It's so funny yet depressing and sad as hell at the same time. I don't know how. It's so funny yet sad at the same time.
Which one was that?
The Claire's commercial.
Oh.
Where it's like the little girl and the 50-year-old dude watching okay, here's what you need to know before you get your ears pierced.
Speaking of things that are funny and then are sad, the haunted house sketch where they say, where it it's the adult one, so we can say whatever the heck we want, and he starts rattling off these horrifying comments and questions, but what's funny about it is his questions come from a genuine place, he actually wants to know these things.
Yeah.
And then when he gets kicked out, the sketch turns on a dime when he gets picked up by his mother, and he's like, "Did you make any friends?" "No."
Again, it goes back to that whole the moment you see, you kind of see the kind of person he is asking these sort of questions. And the moment you see his elderly mother with the fucking car full of tchotchkes on the gas, it's suddenly explains everything, and you feel fucking awful for God,
yes,
the dick. Oh God, he just does not know. It's this could be a real person out there, just does not know social cues.
Talk to people. Yeah.
Right. In his mind, he's just trying to be cool or trying to be funny.
Not trying to be mean. Not trying to
let anyone have the worst day at their job.
But we'll do any of these fuckers.
No, but there are a couple. There are a few bits where I'm I almost go, because again, it's a sketch comedy. They're trying to make you laugh. But I almost go is he trying to say something? I feel like he is, but at the same time, I almost where it's let's see how sad I can make people feel, or see if I can generate empathy on a dime.
I think I know he is trying to say something. He's trying to tell us that his farts aren't that mild.
Yes, exactly.
Because if they were, everyone would be throwing up because
of life.
That I fart and nobody throws up? That'd be a good day for me. So what's the joke?
So what's next? What's the next joke you're gonna play? Can I go home and rest and watch TV?
My face isn't all red from my family photo.
And please don't throw cake batter on his pants to make it look like he came or something. Or a meatball rolling down.
Also look like his ball sack ripped open. It's so extreme.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try and find this video that was made during the pandemic that I think was around Detroit of people driving. Do you remember this? When they were interviewing people who were driving around. I'm going to put it in the Messenger chat. Would you still be able to see it, Nick, if I put it in there like now? Now that I know that you don't have a smartphone, I don't know how you can do that.
Yeah, I have this thing called a computer.
But you're on it now with this.
Yeah.
You can still like.
I could still load Messenger chat, like
And
Facebook
watch a video?
Messenger.
Okay, yeah, then I'm going to send it to you. You guys continue talking. I'm going to try and find this very funny thing that Tim Robinson did over the pandemic that was sort of never discussed or like talked about. And it was very funny, but like, wait, what? And kind of, I assumed it was for the show, but it wasn't. So I have no idea what it was about. It was just something that sort of happened. What are you barking
I will say this: for the longest time, I thought, who's the guy from Shawshank Redemption?
The white guy?
Yeah, the white guy. What's that actor's name?
Oh,
Tim Robbins.
What is it?
Tim Robbins.
Yeah, I really thought they were the same person when I first heard about the show.
Tim Robbins goes on a completely different career path.
That's honestly what I thought when I first heard it. I was like, the guy from Shawshank?
dude's like 75 years old probably now.
He did Green Lantern, then his career just died.
I think. I don't know.
Can we talk about a second how great that hot dog costume sketch was?
Yes.
Boy, I wish someone would just come out and confess, and then we'll all spank him, preferably by you, sir. No. Okay, then you. Well, someone has to spank him.
And that ended up becoming like the most popular meme, especially like last year or so. They would always use that. Like if a politician was being like a hypocrite or something, they would show an image of him in the hot dog suit, say, we're all trying to look for the guy who did this.
I love how just when he starts going on his speech about like, we're all looking at our phones, he just like quietly starts taking shirts.
Mm-hmm.
He wants them all to clearly like spank him in some weird sexual way.
Yeah, he's naming all the random porn sites.
Which are all great, by the way. And I love this. He basically implies that if he was dressed as Santa Claus, that this would be fine. Everybody would be spanking his bare back, balls, and balls. If he was Santa, somehow that would make it better.
Yes. Speaking of Santa Claus, another really funny bit was Santa Claus in that action movie. That's like a Death Wish movie.
Like the worst trailer ever.
According to the rules of I Think You Should Leave, Santa Claus is real, does not want to be known for just the Christmas thing anymore, is trying to get into hardcore action movies.
And it was necessary for him to be nude in the movie, too. The story called for it.
He's seen everybody's dick.
Fucking asshole, I told you not to bring up Christmas.
You know, that bit reminded me in a loose context to did you ever see the movie Scrooged with Bill Murray?
Oh yeah, it's one of our favorites.
The very beginning of that movie where they're doing like the fake holiday trailers.
Yes.
And it's, terrorists capture Santa's workshop.
Oh
and
my
like,
God! Yes, exactly.
It's like they open up Santa's like hidden weapons cache. And he has all these semi-automatics. The Night the Reindeer Died. That was what it was called. That's what it was called.
Well, I'm not gonna die, fucking asshole. Did you really say that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just gonna say random quotes from the show because that's how much I love this show.
All right. Well, I do have one serious question I've been kind of thinking about going into this episode. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the bits that don't actually have Tim Robinson in them? Because there are quite a few. The ones that are like, is it his insanity coming up like that? Like, is he like the necessary element that makes the bits work, or do they just work on their own just because every premise is just fucking insane?
I think it's the second because again, like we mentioned, another favorite sketch of mine is the end of season 2. It's that Claire's commercial, and he's not in that one. Also, yeah, the hair commercial too is pretty funny too. with
Which
the
one?
toupee. The one where the hair loss commercial, where you could hire a gorilla to rip off the hair off your head.
Rip your toupee off.
Yes.
I guess the only reason I bring it up because I do every time whenever a sketch comes on, I'm like kind of waiting, like, okay, when's Tim going to appear in this? Because
I just saw the clip you sent me, or you sent. I take it he just like.
The thing is, that was on like Fox News. They had no idea that was a
What-
comedian.
What? So like, was that him that inserted himself, or was that actually him being interviewed by Fox News?
I mean, I'm guessing that he just was stuck in the traffic and decided to put on some character and act like he was part of this. I don't know. I have no idea. It never comes up. That's another thing, is it's super weird. Like it never
I think
shows
Tim
up.
Heidecker asked about it on his show, but I don't know. They were playing it straight, like that it really happened. That
I mean,
he was just
the
playing
camera
this
footage
character.
looks very different from him and the other
It
people.
does. It does. Either way, I don't care. Either way, it's funny.
How am I supposed to do my?
Yeah, somebody from Tim from Michigan calls in. I guess Tim Heidecker had a podcast, and I think somebody named Tim from Michigan called in to protest the lockdown, and it was apparently supposed to very clearly be Tim Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like that was just so great. I remember seeing that and being like, "Oh my god, what is this for and why?" Like this is such a glorious clip.
Like I wasn't sure where this was going to go until I started going about the house. Like where's this going?
Another
Sorry.
sketch that he wasn't in, although I guess he kind of he did some of the voiceover, was Baby of the Year. He's not in that one, I don't think. Tim Robinson.
He's also not in the. There's a couple great ones. The one with the copier coming and that woman that freaks out and is about Santa coming early and about how she's mad that people aren't laughing about it. He's not in that one. One of my favorite ones. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like the boss or something, I think, in that one, the copier.
Oh, you're right. He comes in at the end.
At the very end, yeah.
One of my favorite ones from this last season that he's not in is the I don't know. Sorry, I may have been looking at my phone, looking up that video when you were talking about it. Is the one in the restaurant where they're
oh right.
I love that one where it's it actually features this guy I've never seen before. This blonde guy who's sort of the star of it. He's just very awkward and like having this great time, like way over the top, and then until they decide to have this silly game where they're going to decide at this 10 of them who's going to pay the bill, and he sort of gets stuck with it and he fucking loses it and like absolutely won't go along with it, and it's just, it gets really drawn out and really absurd, and he does a great job. I hope that they have him back. He's really like memorable. It was a very funny skit.
It's so funny because at the beginning of the sketch he's like really all for it. He's like, oh, just wait, oh, he's so crazy, this game's so great, and then
this guy's so much fun.
And then when it goes to him, he's like, no, I'm not doing it, not doing it.
I hate that game. You know I hate that game.
So are you still dating that bad man?
I really like that one.
It was a really funny one.
Don't do the funny with the funny waiter brothers. I'm not in the mood for it right now.
Oh fuck! I should have lied. Fuck.
I'm a fan of, and it's not the greatest skit, but I thought it was just kind of funny because it's so understated. When they did the what's that show with the investors called Shark Tank, the Shark Tank parody, and she's like, I got my royalty because I was sewn in a Charlie Brown balloon.
I got stuck into Charlie Brown's pants or whatever. I hate bald boys. Whenever I see bald boys, I get mad. I can't. Was it like I'm scared by how much I like wine?
Yeah.
When I look in the toilet bowl, all I see is purple. Purple and black.
She's my spirit animal.
She's fantastic. I love that actress. I'm glad they had her back again this season. And of course, she's also the actress from the Tables videos.
She's Patty Harrison. She's one of the writers on the show. It looks like as well.
Oh yeah? Well, she's a delight.
Mhm.
I very much enjoy her.
But yeah, I don't know that bit just kind of made me laugh, especially when it's like my money's not getting bigger. It's just going to go less until it's gone.
Do we have a least favorite sketch?
I don't like the calico cut pants one. I don't know why. I've just never found it funny. The one with the urine on the pants.
Oh, you gotta give.
Yeah, I mean, I think those elements are funny, like the website with the guy shouting and all that, and the weird story that he throws in for no reason, like another weird side thing about him losing his virginity with the same guy at the same party or whatever. Like, just all those little things, like that's all funny. Like it still has a great structure. But overall, I don't know why I don't find the actual story funny. Like, I don't know why. I don't hate it. It's just, I think it's not one of the stronger ones.
That has to be one of the longer skits they did on the show, because
it was like pretty long.
But also, I don't like that actor from SNL. Maybe that's another part of it. Is I never liked him. I think he looks weird.
Mikey O'Brien.
Yeah, I have a hard time looking past how weird he looks.
It's kind of like the. Do you guys remember from a few years back that the Adult Swim video, the Too Many Cooks?
I love Too Many Cooks.
It's kind of like that bit with the pants website, which is a real website. You can actually go to it.
The Calico Cut Pants is a real website?
Yeah, it is.
You have to give? Is the guy going broke? Who runs it?
Because he did say it's really blowing up on his face.
Yeah.
But it's like I think the jokes just come from like just how long we can drag this out and how just absurd it's going to get. Because even like I said, even some of the weakest sketches I think have like something I always remember about them.
Mm-hmm.
I would say for me it was one from season 1 where it was like the Fenton Horse Farm. Where it's like
the horse. There's something so basic about it that guys would give a shit about something like that than be that like vain. Like that is very I could see that. Yeah.
Again, going back to that, there's even the worst ones have probably something memorable. Where they're like, this year we bred the horse with the smallest dick, like Small Wonder or something like that. He later killed himself by throwing him off a cliff.
Well, I thought it was pretty funny because I do feel like guys are that fucking shallow. So I
like the beginning of it where the wife randomly out of nowhere, which would never happen, be like, the horse you're riding has a huge penis. And he's like, I'd like to go home now. She's like, well, then we wasted our money. I'm like, yep, that's a totally normal conversation right there. I'm like, what the hell is that?
I'll be honest, I thought Josh Brolin was narrating that bit the first time I heard it. I don't know how if they would have the money for that. It just kind of sounded like it.
That is the raspiest voice in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about how great and hidden Will Forte is in the
oh yes
airplane skit where he's like trying to track down like some
the baby. I love the reason he wants to go there. He just wants to go to make one of the guards laugh outside of Buckingham Palace. That was the whole point of his journey, like 40 years ago.
Yeah, he's
like it was such a noble effort.
And then when he's trying to sing the lullaby, it's just really fucking creepy. Just really, really creepy.
The fact that it gets resolved, but he's like, I thought it was like stadium seating. You can just sit wherever.
I love he gets out and he's like, oh, good idea. Go in the direction I'm going.
He's
just like the little extra things they throw in are so like priceless.
Century Farmer or something. With like the Ben Franklin bald cap and everything.
So everything else is long. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think are there any episodes that you're not like a huge fan of or any?
Not really. I guess maybe the one I didn't. That's not that most memorable to me is maybe the follow up to Buff Little Boys.
Yeah.
That was kind of random.
Yeah, that is kind of.
I didn't like that. That skit was the Buffalo
Little
Boys
Buff
one.
Boys is a little weak. Yeah, I mean, especially because you feel like it's supposed to be sort of an homage to the Baby of the Year, which like Baby of the Year is just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so fucking good.
Like,
And
that
like
was-
Little Buff Boys is just nothing compared to
Like-
like Baby of the Year.
The Baby of the
And-
Year is great because like you have like people like hurling like death threats against like
Mhm.
babies, and then but, like the Buffalo Boys, it's cringe comedy, and it just it doesn't work.
I didn't mind that one. I'm actually talking about like they did
Like,
a
the guy
follow up
who's,
after
like,
it.
He used to be a Buff Boy or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he was-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buff Boy
That's
franchise.
the actor from Detroiters, actually.
Yeah,
the one
he's
that-
he's
yeah.
really funny. It's just I didn't think that bit worked. But that's probably if I had to pick a least favorite, it's probably that. I mean, I really love it.
Yeah, that was kind of like, okay.
I just thought of another one that was kind of weak. And again, they're funny. Again, there's always something funny from them, but just like there's some that are definitely funnier than others. But another one I thought that was kind of a bit of a weaker bit was, again, I will say, think about it makes me laugh, but it's like Fred Willard's like this like
I love that one, the organist.
part organist. He's at this like funeral. He's playing like he's got like the big
It's
handle.
like the shit from silent movies and stuff, yeah.
My condolences.
2, 3, 4.
Now this one's a somber one, so it's okay to cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
give a special shout out? This is not the best skit, but I think it's visually wonderful. The one where the woman bought the Garfield house.
Yes.
It's so absurd. Like, that's another one with a lot of like pointless little extra things. And I don't know if you're like a longtime fan of Conan O'Brien, like I am. That guy used to be on Conan all the time. Like,
Really?
back in a long, like maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Like
He was,
the fake Jim Davis.
yeah, he used to
The
be
guy
on
who
Conan
looks
O'Brien
like
like
Jim
pretty
Davis.
regularly. So it was fun to see him again. So
Like,
yeah, that's a great one. I love the random little thing. The fact that it's an intervention, but it suddenly always turns into being about her house and all the Garfield stuff.
It's a party house.
Mm-hmm.
So bring a dip or something. A dip or something.
I will say this because I know they made that Odie like lazy boy chair for only that bit and that bit alone. I want to know where that's sitting in Hollywood.
Yes.
What studio is that sitting in right? Is that collecting dust? Because that's just not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And I also, if there is a Garfield hot tub, I want it.
they sold. I mean, for God's sakes, Netflix sold all the props from their Marvel shows. I mean, they got. I mean, I'm just saying, all those. I think you should leave props have got to be sitting somewhere. And I want. If I
We would buy half of the Dan Flash's shirts ourselves.
Absolutely.
The recliner.
That would be pretty amazing. I want a Garfield recliner.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot. I guess it's kind of springboarding off that. There are a lot of bits that are very technically impressive. Like I mentioned Coffin Flop earlier, but the fact that they had to stage all those fake funerals.
Yes.
I think I read some on there that they had to build like these special coffins where they could just like, take out the bottoms like balsa wood or something. So that way they could just continually just keep dropping people out of coffins. Like I think there's maybe like one shot where you can tell, okay, they used the same location for two different funerals. It's like, but fortunately, I don't really notice too much because it's the funniest bits where like the bodies are rolling down the hill, and then there's the one where the one's naked rolling down. The two people are like having to leapfrog over.
The thing that's funny about that is like how many people are buried naked in a coffin.
Yeah, absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I hope that's not a thing.
Now,
And-
I actually have some surprising information, Nick, that you might find interesting. So
Go
you
on.
and I have a mutual acquaintance. For personal reasons, we will leave her unnamed, who is in the funeral business.
Your mother, my aunt.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay then. Yeah, there you go. The cat's out of the bag. We did show her a coffin flop. She laughed. Apparently, also said that there are some cheaply made coffins that can do that. So
Oh.
there may be people who are actually busting out of shit wood and hitting pavement in real life.
So
Oh,
Tim
wow.
Robbins is true. Tim Robbins is being truthful that he just that happens. He didn't stage it.
That's infuriating
He
because
didn't rig shit.
because the cheapest coffin you can pretty much get is maybe $500. Like how dare they be that cheap that they could break through? Nothing that's $500 you should be able to break through. That is infuriating. Coffins are so expensive. And that is the cheapest. Most of them are several $1,000s. That's awful. But speaking of funerals, how much do we all love the Friday night song? Friday night, I'm thinking that. I thought that was a legit song.
I did too.
I thought they were trying to do a parody of the remember was it Rebecca Black from like 10 years ago?
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
That and the Dangerous Night song, I wish would have like a full release, like a full where he's like after he looks at the baby and the baby doesn't cry, he's like
it's like this weird like that weird song, that electro song. Which reminds me,
I'm not a piece of shit.
There's something going on at the end of all of the shows. At the second season, like at the credits, he's using like really weird music. One of them is like a really awkward, like live version of something. I kept telling myself I was going to look it up and I never did, which I probably should. Because I want to know more about it. Like it almost sounds like a mistake or something of some whatever the hell's going on. Oh, here's Too Many Cooks. Thank you. I will watch that. You sent that. But there's something going on with the end credit songs in the second season. They really stand out. They're very awkward, whatever the music is that he chooses for them. But of course, since we're watching on Netflix, we listen to like 5 seconds and then it just moves on to the next episode. But it sounds like it would be very obnoxious if I like fully listened to them.
Is one of the songs about the skeletons coming to life?
Bones are their money. Bones, they pull your hair up, but not out.
Which Billy are you talking about? Is your name also Billy?
No, that's why I'm so fucking confused.
Confused.
He said he wanted something spooky. No, he didn't.
I thought we were picking stuff up.
I love that because it's a complete rip off of what is that movie? Walk the Line.
Mm-hmm.
An absolute delight.
Yeah, I've lost track of how many times I've watched this series over and over again. It's just it's comfort TV at this point. I can just watch it whenever. And even there's some sketches that are better than others, but I don't think there's any that are bad. And there's certainly not one where I'm like, oh God, I need to skip this. Like there's other sketch shows like Key and Peele, who I love, but they have some sketches where they just don't work. Yet this, I feel like every sketch works in some way.
Yeah, because it's just they are. I think being almost like that. It definitely has that Adult Swim mentality of like, look, we got 15 minutes. We can kind of pay. We don't have to pace. It's just the perfect right amount of length for this sort of absurdity. Because any longer, it would be obnoxious and just like, okay, we get it. Drag out the joke too long. Like every joke just. It takes it as far as it needs to go and doesn't like push it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this one yet. The prank show bit where he's where Carmine Laguzio, it goes undercover as a little character.
Got too much shit on.
That's another bit that I could probably recite word for word.
Mm-hmm. What does that do for the greater good?
Carl's a bit much. He's going to walk around, take a fry off people's tray, grab somebody's take a fry off people's plate, grab their lunch tray, talk really loud on the phone about how his dog is loose.
It sounds like such a stupid fucking show, like something that would have been on UPN or something.
Mm.
The other defeat is voice of, there's too much fucking shit on me.
All right, fine. We don't have to do it. Then what's the show?
I think someone said in the Reddit page for this show, that even a bad Carl Havoc costume is really a great Carl Havoc costume. Because just like the fucking buff arms, poncho, the fucking white hair with like the troll face. And the fact that he's just, oh god, yeah, that's probably another one that's probably in like that alongside Coffin Flop and the I used to be a piece of shit sketch. Are probably the three that me and Megan quote to each other on a daily, if not hourly basis, in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, we quote a bunch from this show.
Oh my god, we quote it so much.
Mm.
Oh, the quoting.
Yeah,
Just talking about this now, I want to rewatch it all over again.
Yeah, because again, it's only like what? Okay, they're 15 minutes. Okay, so 15 minutes times 6, hour and a half, so 3 hours, I guess, for the full series, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't even feel like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I guess so
But there's
much.
like so many bits and so much different variety to each bit. I just want them to come, like, again, give Tim Netflix, please, we're begging you, give Tim Robinson however much money he asks for. Let him keep making the show until for pretty much forever. Just let him keep just pumping this stuff out.
Agreed.
Yes, please.
Because, like I said, it was about what? Was it a year difference between season 1 and 2, or about like 6 months? I can't remember.
2 years.
2 years.
Oh, wow.
2 years.
The first one came out in, I was looking at it earlier, 2019. Second season came out this past 2021.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Which I think I remember. Okay, I think I remember reading that may have been COVID related, possibly.
That could
I'm
be.
hoping that that's why.
Yeah, because like seriously, this just seems to be a yearly release. Just I don't mind that 6 episodes because each
Mhm.
episode is quality and makes me laugh.
And we'll watch them ad nauseum
Yeah.
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because it's like it's very hard to do comedy because like even like shows like Megan and I before they took it off Netflix watched The Office constantly, and even like other comedy stuff like I think now we're kind of Megan's working her way through like 30 Rock,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like those shows are still funny, but it's like you can't because I've already kind of seen them. I kind of remember some of the jokes. I remember some of the bits, but it's like because it's so out there and because there's so many layers and it's so complicated. It just makes it so much more better.
Mm-hmm.
30 Rock's a great one to rewatch. Oh, I could watch that
Yeah.
over and over and over again.
Can I just say how great the titles are to these episodes?
I know, I'm looking at them now and they're so absurd. I don't even remember. I think I might recognize one of these from actually the episode. All of these, like, I don't remember I need a wet paper towel.
I think most of them are like random lines in.
It must be, yeah.
Mhm.
Just
like-
from something on the script.
Yeah, like there's like the episode. Didn't you say there was going to be 5 people at this table?
Yeah,
line. That line came from the skit we were talking about earlier, where they want to divide up the check, but no, just one person randomly pays for it, and like those singing waiters come out. I mean, that's one of the waiters' lines. Like they look at the table, like, did you say there's supposed to be 5? And like it's just like a random thing that they pull, and I love like absurdity like that.
I also like another sketch that was really funny that Tim isn't in is the guy who's having a guy's night out and they're making jokes about their wives, and then he makes one about his wife and then he feels really bad about it.
They're having a sleepover.
Yeah, and they show all these memories, like, and they're all happy and good, and like he's trying to do this play where this rival of his keeps saying his lines.
Jamie Taco.
Jamie
Taco can save my life.
And then I thought that was a really funny one. Just, I have to go. I didn't mean that. I shouldn't have said that. I gotta go. And then you see their sleeping bags.
It's a sleepover.
And I think what's also great is that this is not the guys imply that this is not the first time this has happened.
He always leaves. He will never spend the
Yeah.
night with them. And that's the same guy from what movie was he in? Was I, Tanya. He was in Tanya.
Okay, that was. I thought he looked familiar. I cannot remember his name, but I know he's been in a couple things where he's.
And he's also in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He was the ICP guy in the Lethal Weapon episode.
Yeah, the insane clown. What are they called? Juggalo?
Yeah, he was the Juggalo.
Oh, where he was the kid?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh shit!
In the Lethal Weapon thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
He puts the black face on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. But yeah, that's totally him.
Wow.
Small world, Hollywood.
And then another random sketch. Again, they're all gold. I love the one where they're at dinner with their, I don't know, is it their former teacher? And he houses his burger.
Eat it. We do say that one. We say that one all the time. Eat it. I'm just kidding.
I do that whenever I go out with Megan. I do that bit. I've been doing that a lot more. The gimme.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I'm just joking.
Deep down, I'm just a scared little boy who never learned how to ask for food off other people's plates. That my wife would go to jail because every time it goes to, they're like the fucking disillusion where everyone's like, oh God, you're just the fucking worst.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've also read somewhere on the Reddit page or maybe YouTube comments where it's like, I don't know if I should be more scared or less scared when ever Tim Robbins is not the crazy one in the sketch. When he's the straight man to everyone else's absurdity.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the car sketch, where is it a car? Oh yeah, they said what sort of features do you want in a car?
Oh right, yes.
I love that guy. That's a great like meme one and a great joke.
Yeah.
One.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you love your mother-in-law.
Actually, I do.
He admits it.
God, he admitted it.
Stinky.
Oh, nice. I love the "oh nice" GIF. I use that one all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that down. Oh nice.
I think it's a good idea.
What I love is in the second season he has no accent. None at all. I noticed that this time around. I was like, impressive.
Who is most popular now, Paul?
I love the water bottle.
Now you have to marry your mother-in-law.
It's true. You gotta marry your mother-in-law because you flinched.
I love that everyone else just turns on this one guy.
Everybody hates him for some reason.
And that's because, again, it starts off like, okay, room full of normal people, one weirdo. That turns into room full of weirdos, one normal person.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't believe we almost forgot to mention Ruben. I think that's what the guy's character's name is supposed to be, is Ruben.
Yeah, and then he comes back in the second season for the Dan Flash's one, which, yay.
Shut the fuck up, Doug, you fucking skunk.
You skunk!
My per diem on shirts.
He's not eating his meals because he needs to save up for the shirts. Because there's one shirt he wants, it's $1,000. It's really complicated.
I love when they later then you watch like the thing that scrolls when you're in a hotel, like that thing like on the home channel where it just shows you what's going like in the town and in the hotel, and it's like, and in town, go see this, and go see Dan Flash's at the blah blah square, and it's a little ad for the Dan Flash store, and nothing has any sound except for this little ad for Dan Flash's where you hear yelling, just like yeah, and all these guys, and yeah, the guy was like
the shirts and following the line. Is it just like counting the patterns? Because
But they're all white middle-aged men. I love that they all look alike.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I have to go back and see it, but the Dan Fletch did they reference that in the Shark Tank parody by one of the guys saying like, I took my parents' boutique and now turned into a big business or something? Or I thought it was
Maybe.
That would be really
like just like a
impressive.
subtle bit of continuity, but I'd have to go back and watch. I meant to go back and watch that, but I never did.
I know that Dan Flashes is referenced again. Like I said, you have the commercial for the Creeks, and then on the website for the pants with the little piss stain on them.
Mm-hmm.
I know that has Dan Flash's T-shirts on it.
That's it.
Man, see, the more we keep talking, the more I kind of remember some of these like really obscure sketches. There was one where, again, I'll give credit because again, whoever's doing their casting knows what they're doing. There was one where they were parodying like kind of like a CW show or more specifically Riverdale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like something like that. Yeah, like with Riley.
Hug it out.
TC Tugger shirt.
I feel very attacked by
He
that
pulls
one
his
because
shirts
I
out
do that a
all the time.
lot.
He always pulls his
As a
shirts
big
like that.
guy, I tend to do that a lot, so I feel very attacked by that one.
I'm not.
I don't know if you guys saw the ads for season 2, which was. Sorry, go ahead.
The only point I wanted to make to that is I'm pretty sure the teen, the one teen actor that was in there, I'm almost 90% positive he was actually in Riverdale. Like,
Oh wow.
like it was like a very bit role, but I'm like, okay, whoever is doing the casting they know what they're doing. They know that, okay, we're doing a Riverdale parody. Let's get someone who's actually was on Riverdale.
Oh wow.
Which that'll be a conversation that we'll probably never get to because I've jumped off that bandwagon.
Yeah, we used to do yearly Riverdale reviews, didn't we? And then we just stopped.
Let's just say there's a reason. I can only go through so much torture for half the year. They split up a 22 episode series across over 25 weeks, if not more. It's probably 30 weeks.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yikes.
COVID.
Yep.
There's the trailer for season 2 when they were finally announcing it coming out. The very first one was just like, it was basically it was supposed to look like a concert with Tim Robinson and
Sam
Richardson, where they're sitting and singing all of the music from season 1 with like a guitar and 2 microphones. And I put it in the chat just now because it's absolutely glorious. And my favorite is that it's all things that don't even make sense acoustically with guitar, like particularly the song from the TC Tuggers commercial is one of the songs that they sing. That like 1, 2, 3, got something with the big boys. Like the big noise. It's so stupid and all just so great. Like I remember being so incredibly excited 6 months ago when they finally announced that. Like it starts with the Friday night song.
Friday night.
Yeah, I'm trying to what's that you guys?
We also forgot to mention that the beginning of that sketch is his car has a honk if you're horny sticker.
Yes.
Falling around his honk is already
Followed him for 2 days.
The thing on top is he does have porn. He has like not just one porno mag, like just fucking like a trunk full of porn.
I've seen some of these already.
I love you. I've seen some of these already.
Like it's just the fact that again, some of these sketches can be just like some of these bigger sketches are almost like little mini sketches and like they're just 2 different bits of themselves because it's like you have the absurdity of someone actually honking if they're horny and like how far they're going. There's that.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's following them all the way across town
to his mother's funeral where he sings a made-up song that has nothing to do with anything. Like so ridiculous. Oh, just so good though.
You say ridiculous. I say brilliant.
Just very funny. Yeah, and I love that he does, in fact, for some reason. He claims that he has it just to be funny, but then he opens his trunk and he does have a shitload of porn in there for some reason.
Just toss in the back of the car.
Yeah, and that actor is, I think I mentioned this in another episode, is Aidy Bryant's husband.
Oh, no kidding.
Really?
Yeah. He was also on Detroiters in one of the best episodes ever as his brother, and it's
really fun.
Fantastic. Yeah. Like, if you watch anything, just watch that one episode of him as his brother. It's so
I'll
good.
post that clip in the chat.
Because
it's really
so
funny.
Good.
If that doesn't sell you on Detroiters, I don't know.
Are there clips like that of it?
There is, yeah, of him. Yeah, and it's Comedy Central too, so it's official.
What is his brother's?
I would think that you two and one another.
Okay, Corinne found it. Yeah, it's the very top one.
Oh, is this what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll share this. Oh my God. Yeah, he's so funny in that. Mm-hmm. I was so glad when he brought him on that show.
And he was great in the Blues Brothers sketch where the guy doesn't know how, because it's so tense. He's like, okay, I can make this party. I can make this party happen again. And then he gets the dog all upset.
Oh God, I forgot about that one. They're like, please stop.
He thinks he's a new person because of the glasses and hat.
You know, I think that was one that I remember at first finding really funny, and the more I watch it, the more uncomfortable I find it, the more I have a hard time watching that one. Now I'm like, no, I don't want to watch this one.
Oh,
it's just so hard to watch after a while. It's so awkward. You're like, stop it. Stop.
That's why I love it.
Everyone's mad at you.
The kid wakes up. What's going on?
My son's scared. Well, he's just doing his job. Fuck you.
Oh man.
Well, I don't know. I think we've been going on here for good.
I don't know if there's any point to make. It's a great show. It's amazing. Like, I want to know more about what he does. I hope he keeps doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's fantastic. I love to see him, particularly when he's with Sam. Obviously, Sam Richardson. I think they're great together.
It's definitely, at this point, it's my favorite sketch show ever.
I would have liked to see more Sam in season 2.
Yeah.
I feel like he was in season 1 a lot more.
I would like to see if in season 3 some more SNL alums, just because it's kind of nice seeing them outside of, like, I'm not saying SNL isn't, look, you can say all you want about SNL, but it's kind of nice seeing these guys just going into that weird, like how weird they're willing to go for a comedy bit.
Right.
So compared to SNL, which is weird, but it's like safe weird. You know what I mean?
Well, and plus the nice thing on I Think You Should Leave, not everything has to be a punchline, whereas with Saturday Night Live, there has to be jokes, whereas at least with this, since there's no live audience, there's no laugh track, they can build up to the joke instead of just like worrying about having joke after joke after joke.
Right. If one fails, you have to have another one that's ready to go. That's going to actually hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I do hope that once I'm assuming COVID probably limited the amount of people that what they could do, but I do hope that they do. I appreciate that they're giving kind of like smaller, like other comedians more of a chance to shine, but I would like to see some more SNL alums out of like like some more SNL standbys kind of show up, pop in. Or at least just some from the kind of like more recent cast, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd like that.
Except Pete Davidson, he's had his 15 minutes.
I like Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Although I don't see him meshing well in this particular show.
When you see like some of them don't seem to work a lot with other SNL people, it makes you wonder if they're that easy to get along with, or if they're kind of like
probably different cliques.
Anyway, it is getting late, and some of us have to work tomorrow.
Yes.
And I think we better call it here. So I think you should leave.
Let the party die.
Does that sound like boring to you?
So I think we should all leave and rewatch the show. So,
Sounds good.
Okay.
Cuz, Mike, Corinne, thanks for hopping on tonight as we watched I Think You Should Leave. No, we talked about I Think You Should. We did something with I Think You Should Leave. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. Check it out, people, if you like weird comedy.
Absolutely.
So that's all I got. Have a good night, everyone. See you next week
night.
when we talk about Twilight. Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the all-new Culture Cast. Check us out on social media. Drop us an email at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We can't promise we'll read it. Theme music by Dana Vodovaz. Check out his work on YouTube with Vodovaz Music Productions. This has been the all-new Culture Cast, a saltwater production. Original material copyright 2021. Thanks for listening. What's that thumping sound? Do you guys hear a thumping sound? It's intermittent.
Maybe it's.
If you tell me if you're not hearing it anymore.
I don't hear it right now. Were you like shaking your leg or something like that?
I was doing a Pokemon fight, and it was like me doing like tapping. Might have been that, but I'm taking it off the table, so it shouldn't be heard anymore. I'm just killing you with how cool I am right now with the Final Fantasy, and now talking about my Pokemon game.
This is all staying in.